All right, folks, little quickie here. We have 3 new theme songs that we're going to be playing for you guys tonight. These are going to be the official theme song of Crypto Inferno, and you get a vote. Everybody up here gets a vote. So the very first one is going off right now, second one at 20 minutes, third one at 40 minutes. We would love your feedback because you're going to have to listen to this over and over and over. So I'm sorry, my volume is on over here. So if you could please stand by for the debut of the very first one. And this one is called Inferno, Inferno. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll be right back with the show coming your way right now.
Inferno, Inferno, Crypto Inferno.
Scott Bella Joe, let's go.
We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe keep it thorough. From the dips to the moons, we laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno, everybody know our name. Hey. Inferno, Inferno,
yeah.
Light it up, never let it go. Inferno, Inferno. Let's go. 3 hosts, 1 flame, watch the whole world know. Yeah. Yo, it's Bella in the booth, pink hair, diamond grin. Turn the bear market frown into a bull market spin. I'm the vibe, the sparkle, the meme coin queen. Got the chat going wild, 10K on the screen. Sky dropped the knowledge, Joe dropped the jokes. I drop the fist that make the timeline go broke. We keep it light, keep it tight, keep it real, no cap. Crypto Inferno, baby, we the best in the app. Rewind. Selector. We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe keep it thorough. From the dips to the moons, we laugh through the flames. It's Crypto Inferno, everybody know our names. Inferno, Inferno, yeah. Light it up, never let it go. Yo. Inferno, yo. Inferno, yo. We those first running, watch the whole know.
Yeah. Scott in the building, charts on my mind. TANFA, I read every line. While they panic sell, I'm stacking my bags. Explaining RSI like it's tea and crumpets, no brag. Bella bring the energy, Joe bring the laugh. I bring the calm when the market does the crash. We turn red candles into green candle dreams. Crypto Inferno, best crypto team you've ever seen.
Cut it up. Inferno, Inferno, yeah. Light it up, never let it go. Yo. Inferno, we learn so free, my soul is your
boy Joe, the meme lord supreme. Turn a rug per story into a comedy scene. Buy the dip,
nah.
I buy the chips. Still made 10x while I'm cracking them quips. Scott say, hold up,
Bella say,
slay.
I say,
hold my beer, watch the child obey. We got the sauce, the spice, the flame, no bluff. Crypto Inferno, turn the whole game up.
We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe keep it thorough. From the dips to the moons, we laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno, everybody scream our name. Inferno, Inferno, yeah. Light it up, never let it go.
Yo.
Inferno,
stay.
Inferno,
yeah.
3 hosts, 1 flame, watch the whole world know. Crypto Inferno, Crypto Inferno.
We Toronto one time, pre-Zetto, perfect hand zone, perfect fan show. Bella say slay, I say hold my beer, watch the chart obey. We got the sauce, the spice, the flame, no bluff. Crypto Inferno, turn the whole game up.
We're burning up the charts.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the Wednesday night Crypto Inferno, the live stream edition. Thank you. You got the Scott, you got the Bell, you got the Joe. I think Joe's here. Is he actually here, Bell, or is he like still muted up and doing nothing?
Joe's here. I muted him, so yeah. I'll go ahead and ask him to unmute.
You know, for the most part, Joe should be muted. I got a moth in here. You believe that? You guys seeing this? Now I got to hunt the damn thing, and it's going to fly right into all. I use mostly kickers, and that means direct lights that are all over the back. That's why the top of my bald head shines so much. I like the look. I think it looks really. I like the lighting. I think it looks cool. But apparently, it attracts moths. Bell, I'm not sure. That was a big subbitch too. You see it? That was like a big old Texas moth. All right, guys. That first song. That song was called Inferno. We're going to be playing 3 songs tonight. The entrance song, which you just heard, we'll play play one at 20 minutes, play one at 40 minutes, and your vote is going to matter because this is a song that you're going to hear over and over and over. So tonight, I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone in this, and we're going to have some fun. I'm feeling very paranoid about what I'm wearing right now, by the way. So I feel fat, and I haven't really worn anything that was like form-fitting since I lost all that weight, and I still feel fat. So don't bust my balls on this. All right, I'm doing my very best here. All right, I'm down to 172 goddamn pounds. I'm doing my best. What about Joe?
Joe, can you do me a favor and back me up and tell Scott to shut up? He's not fat.
Oh, you have never met a boy, have you?
Dude, he's like a teenage girl. Do I look fat? Do I look fat? He's the same weight as me, and he's probably like 5 inches taller than me.
Yeah,
So,
but that ain't saying much, dude. You got your debut in Munchkin Land. I don't remember which one you were, but I'm certain that you were there. I'm sure you were one. You were one of the ones. Have you never seen The Wizard of Oz?
It's my favorite movie of all. Well, it's my second favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, there you go.
Ghostbusters being number one, and I get the reference. No one in the audience does though.
No, you know what? For what it's worth, though.
I don't know. I mean, we've got Sofa Ninja, G Torres, and New Type. I'm pretty sure one of them gets the reference.
All the old guys. Notice how she only flagged. Braden won't get it. He's never seen it. There's
Wait.
no
You
way.
didn't see my Halloween costume? I had to dress up. My whole family was the Wizard of Oz crew, and I got suckered into. I had to be the Tin Man.
You're not tall. You're not even tall enough to be the Tin Man.
Yeah, you're not
dude.
tall enough to be the Tin
It was
Man.
a child's costume. Yeah.
That's great. All right, guys. So look, I'm killing two birds with one stone. This is a crypto show, and it's kind of interesting because Bitcoin is doing what Bitcoin does and what Bitcoin will continue to do.
I love it.
You're all fucking wrong. I'm right. But I want to open up and discuss infrastructure because that's really the only thing that I care about is infrastructure. I don't care about memes. I don't care about the games. I don't care about the toys. You see what you got by doing that. Down 99% on effectively everything. And how many times do you have to get kicked in the balls before you realize, you know what? Maybe I won't go in there today. Maybe today is not the day that I buy the dip. Maybe this isn't the one. So if you could indulge me for a minute, I'm going to run through a little bit of a monologue. What I'm doing is recording this so that we can put this out as a separate video tomorrow. And then Joe and I and Belle will all discuss it. We'll get to your questions, songs, all that. It's going to be a fun show. So if you could indulge me, I would certainly appreciate it. And we have to go big screen on this, Joe, because multiple cameras, dude. It's a studio. So I'm hitting the record button just for you, Jason, so that we can get into this. So we're doing this in 3 and 2 and 1 in 1 and a half in 1. Okay, stand by. Here we go. All right, so I'm not here to pitch you another sushi token that prints 8,000% APY and then rugs before you finish your coffee. Yield farming isn't the future. It's the fever dream that we had while the house was on fire. Every time someone whispers, the yields are insane right now, I hear the ghosts of Terra, of Celsius, Three Arrows Capital laughing in the background. Now, we've seen this movie, know how it ends. So let's talk about what actually matters, because blockchain is still the most important idea most people have never seriously thought about. Let's start with the original sin that Bitcoin came in to fix. In 2008, so long ago, it's like it never happened. The people who broke the world got bailed out with money printed out of thin air while everyone else lost their house. Satoshi didn't write that white paper so we could chase cartoon yields on someone else's liquidity pool. He wrote it so you could move value without begging a bank manager who can say no because he doesn't like your face. That idea still works. It worked when a kid in Nigeria bought a laptop with Bitcoin because Naira transfers were frozen. It worked when Ukrainian volunteers raised $100 million in crypto while SWIFT lines went dark. This is fact. It works every single day in Argentina, in Lebanon, Venezuela. Places where store of value. It isn't a meme. it's survival. We just forgot that while we were busy turning DeFi into a leveraged casino. Real DeFi isn't dead. It just stopped trying to look cool. Real DeFi is deliberately boring. And boring is how you build things that outlive bear markets. Picture this. Your credit isn't owned by 3 corporations that sell your data to payday lenders. Instead, your on-chain history, repayments, collateral ratios, transaction consistency becomes a reputation that you carry in your wallet. No more groveling for a mortgage because you switched jobs. You walk in with proof that you're good for it. That's Aave credit delegation today. That's Goldfinch lending to real companies in Africa using on-chain revenue as collateral. That's ARCX turning your DeFi track record into a passport. None of it needs triple-digit yields to be useful. Or think about insurance. Huge fan. Right now, if your flight gets canceled, you fill out forms and then you pray. Nexus Mutual. Have you ever heard of them? I'm going to guess you haven't. They pay flight delay claims in minutes. Smart contract checks the oracle, money hits your wallet, done. There's no claims adjuster, there's no fine print, there's no runaround. Hype cycle. It just needs to keep working when Telegram groups go quiet. Stablecoins are the same story. And I'm sure you guys all know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. USDC and USDT already today, they move more volume per day than PayPal. That's not speculation. That's plumbing. The pipes are laid. Remittances are already eaten. Western Union is a museum piece compared to what people do on their phones in El Salvador or the Philippines. You don't need a Bloomberg terminal to see it. You just need to talk to someone who sends money home every week. But the deeper shift is just getting started. Programmable money that actually does what we said it would. We have spent a decade out here saying code is law. Most of the time, what we meant was code is a slot machine. But now we're finally building the part where code actually enforces rules that humans cannot bend. Do you want a loan that can't be called because someone in a suit woke up cranky? Over-collateralized DeFi gives you that today. Do you want a savings account that can't be frozen because you posted the wrong opinion? Stablecoins plus a decent wallet give you that today. Do you want payments that don't leak your entire life story to a data broker? ZK proofs and private chains are shipping right now. None of this requires you to be a genius. It just requires the system to stop treating you like a liability. That's the revolution we keep postponing because we're addicted to green candles. The biggest lie of the last cycle was if you can't stomach 90% drawdowns, you don't deserve the upside. That's not toughness. That is trauma bonding. Mass adoption doesn't come from turning grandmothers into leveraged traders. It comes from products so simple, they feel like Apple designed them. And we're finally getting there. Wallets that look like Cash App. Chains that cost pennies and settle in seconds. Stablecoins that feel like dollars until you need them not to. Yield that comes from actual cash flow instead of printing more governance token nobody wants and nobody asked for. Layer 2s aren't just cheaper Ethereum. They're the difference between a demo car that only runs on a closed track and something you can actually drive to work. Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, ZK Sync. Fees are down to fractions of a cent. Finality is instant. That is the sound of normal people finally walking in without bleeding gas money. And when normal people don't show up, you got nothing. But when they do show up, they don't want to farm. They want to save. They want to borrow. They want to pay. They want to invest quietly, safely, and privately. Privacy is the feature that we keep treating like a side quest out here. The same crowd that screams, "Not your keys, not your crypto," is totally fine with every transaction being public forever. And that works great until your boss sees that you donated to a cause that he doesn't like, or until a chain analysis firm sells your spending habits to an insurance company. And we have the tools: Railgun, Aztec, Nocturne, ZK, everything. We just need to stop acting like privacy is only for criminals and start treating it like oxygen. Because here's the part no one ever says out loud. This was never about making everyone rich. It was about making power expensive again. Centralized finance isn't bad because it has offices. It's bad because it can freeze your account for wrongthink, deny you a loan because of your zip code, or print trillions to save its friends while telling you inflation is 2%. Blockchain doesn't cure greed, but it makes censorship costly. It makes seizure hard. It makes, because I said so, mathematically impossible. And that's worth more than every yield farm that has ever existed. So if you're still refreshing Deck Screener, looking for the next 100x food token, I'm not angry. I'm just done waiting for you. We have a chance to build a financial system that cannot be weaponized against the people who need it most. A system where rules are code, not mood. A system where capital flows to builders instead of extractors. Yield farming, that was the training wheels, and it's time to take them off. The real game is happening in the quiet corners. On-chain credit scores, instant parametric insurance, self-custodial stablecoins, private DeFi, programmable corporate cash management, real yield from real cash flow. That's not the casino. That's the new operating system. And the code is already running. The only question left: are you going to help write the next chapter, or are you still waiting for the next carrot to sprout? That's what I got on that. Thank you for indulging me. Just had to get it out. And we're going to catch you guys next time. But Joe, what you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, two things that resonated. Number one, the fact that if everything is transparent all the time, you are subject to punishment, from anyone who has any type of authority over you, whether it's a boss, whether it's a bank, whether it's, political affiliation, whatever the case might be. That's number one. Number two, the biggest lie of last cycle. That was that's a sobering one for a lot of people, and some people still won't come to terms with the fact that last cycle, people thought that it was perfectly acceptable to deal with 99.9% volatility, and it is not. Right? The purpose of crypto, if you get there early, is not to gamble your net worth on a token, looking for 100x upside, facing a 99% possible drawdown. It's to make your life better in some way. You can make some money, great. Do it sensibly, realistically. And also, the infrastructure, like you said, is there. the regulations are getting there. There should be really no excuse, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, for there to be not crypto everywhere. I don't think that's the point, but a competing system that maybe offers features that traditional finance is just never going to offer. Privacy, I think, being the main one. Self-custody, privacy for me are the two big ones.
Yeah, and I agree fully with that, man. Look, you're not trying to replace the existing system because it's never going to be replaced. But there's nothing wrong with having an alternative. There's nothing wrong with having an acceptable alternative. So there you go. Belle, what'd you think? Did you like my monologue?
I think the monologue was great and it was hard hitting. This. I think the dream of crypto. I think the mission behind it was a good one to begin with. However, it's turned into a major casino, and the only people that make money, with casinos are the people who own them. Got to keep that in mind.
And that's a good point. You want to get rich in a casino? Own it. And I forget who said that, but something tells me Joe knows who said that. Joe remembers who said it. That's the whole rub. Now, I've long said that we got the market that we wanted. And apparently, most people out here simply want to gamble. I don't want to gamble. I want to invest in products that will generate organic revenue because they solve a problem that people have asked to be solved. Obviously, Belle and I and Joe, as a matter of fact, are deep into privacy because it's a problem and it needs a solution. And there is nowhere else that we could have done to build the solution that we built with Sigea Cloud, with the exception of Web3. So I do this in hopes that, if nothing else, we motivate other people to get out and do kind of what we're doing, see what you can solve, listen to what people are asking for, and simply build it out there in the Web3 world. Not everything needs yield. Not everything does. That's what I got on that. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I think people got spoiled in the beginning. They were taking advantage of super low liquidity and this information asymmetry. Once we hit the last bear market cycle, I would say probably 2 years ago, no, 3 years ago, it became very cheap to build all of this stuff. And it was hard to be first, and it was hard to be first into something that other people wanted to jump into behind you. And the bigger idiot theory no longer worked, where you were buying things, tokens, NFTs, whatever they were, knowing that someone was going to come behind you and pay more for it. And that asking someone, even asking founders, issuers of tokens, became frustrating. When I buy your token, what am I actually buying? What do I get from your token? Almost no one can answer that. And that's why I don't do interviews anymore on my channel, because
and me and Belle did it. We did a lot of them. And you know what we always started with? What did we always ask the first thing, Belle? What was the first thing we said?
What exactly is it that you do?
Yep, that's the very first thing, and very few of them could answer it. When we said, what does your token do? And we effectively got no answers from that. And that's it. When you start an interview like that, and that's the answer you get, well, it's like, I can tell you what Sigea does. And if we did launch a token, I can tell you precisely what the Sigea token was doing. Every single step of the way. I could tell you all of that information. But I couldn't get it out of anybody that we were interviewing. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we don't do a lot of interviews anymore. We still get requests. A lot of people are stacking up Belle's email, say, hey, let me come on the show. Not because we're so good, but because we're one of the last games in town. Not a lot of people are doing this shit anymore. So yeah, and Belle just says, no. So yeah, I know what you're getting with that one.
Well, I don't want to insult the other content creators that are out there, or whatever they consider themselves, influencers, KOLs, or creators, because I don't think it's really their fault, because I think they got desensitized to chasing shiny objects. Probably, if they're still around, they did well chasing shiny objects, at least at one point. But they became token fanatics rather than technology fanatics. And then the subjects of the interviews, because they were never taken to task by their own communities, really have never faced tough questions. And I find the toughest questions to be yes or no questions. And I think there were only 2 people that I interviewed. You've had both of them on your channel, I think, multiple times, because they are good interviews. Outside that, I couldn't find anyone that could answer yes or no questions about their own product. I don't even think they thought of what they were building as a product. And it makes for really bad, long, boring, bad, uninformative interviews. And I think that, I don't even know if they're aware, because they're not communications guys, they're not PR guys, they're not. So maybe we were barking up the wrong tree all this time, but man, this is a yes or no question. Can we get through 4 yes or no questions in the first 40 seconds of this interview? Let's just give the audience something. And when I felt like I could no longer give the audience anything, I stopped taking requests.
Yeah.
What I did do was I said we could do a Twitter space and then we could field community questions, but I don't know what they're going to ask. Not many want to do that.
No.
So.
And Bell, you remember that Plank interview? You remember that? We did that once. They've been hitting us up. We want to come back. We want to come back. We're like, look, you got nothing to talk about. You remember that? That was agony. That was absolute agony, Bell. You remember
I
that?
watched that.
Yeah. So okay. They threw Tom under the bus. Okay. He had exams that week.
Yeah.
I sincerely feel horrible for Tom. He really needed to have backup.
Was that the one when your chat threw him under the bus?
Oh, I don't even remember. That was brutal. That was brutal. All right. Anyway, look, I looked at the clock. We'll get back, Belle. You can finish your thoughts, unless you want to finish it right now, and then we got to play.
I'll
the
finish
next
it
one.
quick.
Go.
With all of these people pitching us for interviews, I'm seeing that scene in Chicago, razzle dazzle.
Yep, and that's pretty much it. And that's crypto as a whole. That's why you got the market that you're looking at right now, by the way. So, all right. Anyway, guys, second intro song. I know I could look at it ourselves, and there's nothing but family in the room right now. Nobody cares about crypto anymore. They just don't. Or they don't care about me. Either way, I'm kind of cool with it. But we're going to play the second song. Everybody gets a vote. The very first song that we played was Inferno. This is a different version of it, Joe. And whatever you guys decide will be the song that we play every single Wednesday night. So make sure you get it right. This second song is called Hip Hop Inferno. So hope you enjoy it here on the podcast on the KPOD network, guys. And we'll be right back. Listen up, Joe. Listen up, Belle.
Inferno. Crypto Inferno. Inferno. Crypto Inferno. Scott, Bella, Joe, let's go. We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe. Keep it thorough from the dips to the moons. We laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno. Everybody know our names. Hey. Inferno.
Watch Bella in the booth, pink hair, diamond grin. Turn a bear market frown into a bull market spin. I'm the vibe, the sparkle, the meme coin queen. Got the chat going wild, 10K on the screen. Shot drop the knowledge, Joe drop the jokes. I drop the fits that make the timeline go broke. We keep it light, keep it tight, keep it real, no cap. Crypto Inferno, baby, we the best in the app. Rewind, selector.
We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe. Keep it thorough from the dips to the moons. We laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno, and everybody know our names. Hey, Inferno. Light it up, never let it go.
Scott in the building, charts on my mind, TA. In fact, I read every line. Why they panic sell? I'm stacking my bags, explaining RSI like it's tea and crumpets, no brag. Bella bring the energy, Joe bring the laughs. I bring the calm when the market does the crash. We turn red candles into green candle dreams. Crypto Inferno, best crypto team you've ever seen. Cut it up.
Inferno. Light it up, never let it go.
It's your boy Joe Solo Supreme, turn a rug pull story into a comedy scene. By the dip, I buy the chips, still make 10 next head while I'm cracking them quips. Scott say, hotel, Bella say slay, I say hold my beer, watch the chart obey. We got the sauce, the spice, the flame, no bluff. Crypto Inferno, turn the whole game up.
Inferno.
Crypto Inferno.
We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe. Keep it thorough from the dips to the moons. We laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno. Everybody scream our names. Inferno, Inferno. Light it up, light it up, light it up. Never let it go. Inferno. Scott.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the Wednesday night version of Crypto Inferno. And thank you. That song, that one was called Hip Hop Inferno. And I'm sure that you noticed that the lyrics are very, very similar. I found that AI works best if you write your own lyrics and tell it what to do. And then it just assembles everything. All of these songs are available on the KPOD label. Just put your Sigea user ID into the chat. And Sofa Ninja, who's also named Jason Anderson. My name is Scott Pottigil. Jason, I'm not doxing you, bro. We're already doxed. We're a public company now. All right. So we don't hide behind NFT images or silly names because we have nothing to hide. So yeah, hit up Sofa Ninja and he will send you the song. He'll do it to you right now. He's got all 3 copies of these things are available to him. So please, if you want them and you like them, just ask him and they're yours. It's my gift to you. And there we go. Which one did you like, Joe? Did you like the first one or the second one?
I actually didn't like either one.
Okay, you suck.
But I'm holding out for the third one. If you told me I had to vote for one, I would vote for the third one, not having heard it yet.
All right, Belle, where are you at with this? Come on, I'm looking for some feedback. How do you not like these songs? You are so.
I like the lyrics. Oh no, I like the lyrics. I like the lyrics. I like the creativity.
You just don't like. You just don't like hip hop. Is that what you're saying?
You know my style.
Because you're deeply racist all the way down. You're a 5'3" Italian racist.
No.
Is that what's going on here?
I have a huge collection of '90s hip hop. And
this has got the nothing, 90s. This has got the feel.
No, it
dude.
doesn't.
You know what? We had to put in the turntables and the scratches. We're taking it back. All right, because people don't do that anymore. We're taking it back. You're full of shit. These are wrong. Joe, you're absolutely wrong. As a matter of fact, right now, I'm saying you don't get a vote. All right, I can do that.
All right.
I can do. Joe doesn't even get a vote. Belle, where are you at? Which one did you like? First one or second one?
You know what? I'm gonna wait until the last song plays before I say which one I like the best.
I'm extremely disappointed. You should have a favorite at this time because
women
you should
like
have a
choices.
fucking favorite. Oh fuck you, God! I always got to deal with your bullshit. All right, Belle. Belle, do we got any questions, comments, or concerns before we continue our conversation here?
We do have a few. So
Okay.
new type: is Joe going to the Vegas Sphere to see Wizard of Oz?
No, I'm good.
Have you you understand that that's like an event, right? That's a big deal. It's a big thing. They're the only people, and Ryan Reynolds was dead right on this. They're the only people who actually got the multiverse correct. That's it. Wizard of Oz. Everything else has sucked since then. They've all bricked it.
What does Vegas have besides that for like a married dude that's 45 years old? I don't know. I would go back to Las Vegas. That's not going to be the reason I go.
I'll tell you what.
My kids love the movie. Maybe when they're a little older, I'll head out there. But for like, I associate Vegas with solo trips. I've been to Vegas by myself every time I went. I can't do that anymore, so I don't look at it the same way.
Okay,
The Australian Bee Gees show for one.
That Michael Jackson show. Oh my God, that was great. That was so much fun.
The Bee Gees one is the one that's above the street of Old Las Vegas. That one?
No, it's down at the Excalibur.
Okay. All right. I mean, if I go with kids, I'll probably stay at Excalibur. That's a family friendly. little place there.
Well, and Tournament of Kings is also at Excalibur. If your kids haven't seen that, they need to see it.
My kid could probably win that. She's a little wild.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're doing it right. So I guess you're not coming with us in January then, because there's a event in January that we're going to be attending, and you don't want to go even if I pay for it. You ain't going to go. Is that what you're saying?
I'm driving to Florida in December.
This is Joe. This is January. This is not December. This is January, and it's literally part of your job as a 1%er.
Well, we could talk about it. Yeah,
okay. No, why don't we talk about it right now? Why are you always so kept? You know what? I swear to God, you got mob ties, dude. The way that you can deflect. I watched Don Rickles kiss Frank Sinatra on the mouth twice. Not once, but twice, and he did it on the Johnny Carson show. All right, you don't have to put up the fake New York tough guy bullshit. All right, Don Rickles kissed Frank Sinatra on the mouth. I watched it happen twice. You can look this up, man. You can fact check me on that.
When is this Vegas thing?
Yeah, it's gonna be in January.
So you don't even know.
No, it is in January, and I guarantee
down?
you, the CEO of Sigea Cloud Labs knows when it is. This is called dead air. This is where somebody else is supposed to pick up the microphone.
Sorry, January 5th through 9th.
January 5th through the 9th. It's kind of a big deal, particularly for new tech that's entering the world. Yeah, Joe, they're weekdays. Weird, huh? That shit doesn't revolve around crypto schedules. Or unless
it doesn't revolve around my school
or do you, I bet you if I said I'll pay to bring you to the next the one in Hong Kong, the next Cosmos verse, I bet you'd be all over that, wouldn't you? Huh?
I would go. There was a lot of alpha apparently at this last Cosmoverse. I feel like I missed out for the first time. Token, instead of selling off, rebounded hard. Listen, it's no atone, but Adam Classic must be doing things to get the token to respond. Cosmoverse was full of, it seemed to me, announcements of pending announcements, but it worked wonders on the token. I tweeted about it today. Many agreed that something went on in Cosmoverse, and now I have FOMO. I might go back and watch every minute of that conference.
Oh,
and I'm not blowing smoke.
Then you have to TLDR it to me, bro, because you know there's no goddamn way I'm going to sit through that. I'm just not going to.
I have AI that can scan YouTube videos and just summarize, and I think by speaker, so I'm going to do that probably.
Okay, yeah, and I would love to know what the
share
what the big world changing bullshit that came out of that is. I
think it was an announcement of an announcement, but they can't say who the announcement's about. It's one of those. Crypto loves that shit. They love that, like, big news. A week later, there's big news. Just hang on to your tokens.
And I'll tell you why. News. I know why. I'll tell you why. Because announcements of announcements are exciting because it's speculative, because there's potential. But when the rubber meets the road, that's when what you announced actually comes to pass. Now you have to prove it. Now you have to prove it with metrics, because now it's real. Because now it's real. As soon as it becomes real, it becomes a problem. So the best thing crypto can do for itself is continue to announce, but never fucking deliver. Because as soon as you deliver, you got me, people like you, people like Bell, that are going to run through the metrics and say, yeah, but nobody's fucking using it. Yeah, but nobody's using it. Yeah, but they will. But they're not. So the biggest benefit to crypto that's always been here is the idea of crypto, not the application.
It's the idea. Oh, the idea is great.
And that's it. I'm 100% right, and I'm happy to continue this conversation, and we will as soon as Bell gets back to the questions, comments, concerns, or observations.
G. Torres, Scott's weight is good. When gym, though, simple strength exercises should tone you up. Seems that's what you want. I don't go to the gym, but work out at home, and that works for me.
Are you still saying I'm fat? Is that it? I'm not. I don't have muscle mass, good shoulders, any of that other stuff, dude. I could still push 220. That's not. I know that's not exactly a brag, but I only weigh 173 pounds now, dude. So the fact that I can push 220, that speaks well of me. The only thing your goal is just to push your weight. If you can push your weight, man, you're doing okay. I've lost a lot of fat, but I can still bench. Is that it? Is that it? What do I got to do to get you sexually interested in me, Carlos. All right. Is that what you need? You need a bigger chest, bigger shoulders, thinner neck. What do you need? All right. Because I'm here for you, bro. Not saying I'm interested. I'm just saying we can go out, little dinner, some dancing, we could do a little dinner, some dancing, see out there. We just see what happens. All right. So what do you need, man? Are you a biceps guy? Are you a chest guy, shoulders guy? What do you need? I will focus on that. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right, just tagging on to that one. Okay, to give Scott credit, he does go out bowling regularly, and that is a much more intense workout than people give it credit for.
I agree with that. I agree a lot more with that when I'm actually bowling, when I'm on like game 10 and I'm just gassed, man. I am smoked. But yeah, you kind of stick through it. But look, I still lift. I still do my thing. I just don't do it very regularly because I'm fucking 54, man. What do you want from me? All right, I'm 54 years old. If I was a young man like Joe, no problem. All right, I got this. And there is a world of difference between 45 and 54. Joe's going to find out. I cannot wait to have long conversations about his colon. All right, I'm looking forward to that, Joe. Anyway, go ahead, carry on, Bill. Is that right? Are we down to 6 fucking people watching? Because I know me and you are 2 of them. Wow, man, if we shit the bed.
And
wow.
Yeah, Joe's one of them too. So
okay, we have shit the bed.
All right, so new type. Stable coins like USDC can be frozen. Got to keep some privacy money in our digital wallets.
I completely agree. I'm not huge on USDC. It's just every single time that we come up with anything that is DeFi or algorithmic or whatever, it fucking blows up. And not some of the time, all of the time. I own Composite. I own Composite when it went down, and I had like $40,000 in it, and I woke up to $4,500. This shit happens constantly out here. So while I appreciate it, I understand where you're coming from, bro. Crypto as a whole cannot do stable coins. We just don't know how. Human nature will always get involved with that, and it will always fuck it up. Joe, give me your opinion on that, dude.
I use USDC, but I find that just keeping cash on a centralized exchange lets me sleep the best at night, which is an unfortunate state of affairs in crypto.
Because the greed will always get the best of everybody.
And I don't lock up tokens, by the way. The only token I stake is Jackal. I don't stake. I don't LP anymore.
Nothing.
I don't do that anymore.
I do V3s. I still do some V3s. Ethereum, USDC.
Well, you're good at that.
Yeah.
You've had success doing that, so yep. I don't blame you. No, I don't think I'm doing any. I'm not doing any LPing because when you LP, you're giving up custody of your assets. I don't like doing that. When you supply liquidity, yeah.
Yeah, look, man, it's a problem. Crypto as a whole cannot do stable coins. Remember XPL? Remember that trillions? That's the thing that dominated crypto Twitter for about 3 fucking days. What's XPL at right now, Bill? Pull it up, because I remember it was way up there, and the Swedes cracked the code, and it's the hotness, and oh my God, we're going to take over the world, trillions. What that fucker's sitting at right now? About a quarter, if that. We literally went on and we said, yeah, stay out of this. They're nothing. It's nothing but myth, and it turns out that we were correct again, which would really honestly explain why nobody watches this, because all we do is drop bad news on people. We'd say you're about to get fucked, and then you do, and then suddenly it's my fault. What you got it up there, Joe or Bell? Who's got it?
26.31 cents.
Ridiculous. And what was its high?
Hang on.
Yeah. Take your time. I'll give
dollars.
Yeah, it was $1.67. Yeah.
Yeah, and now
what is this? This just launched a month ago and it already went to zero?
Dude, you don't watch my show, do you? You dick. You giant dick. No, you don't, or you would have remembered that episode. I watched their entire interview with their founder, who was apparently very, very sleepy. That's why he wasn't giving a good interview. I was like, you weren't giving a good interview because you don't have any fucking answers. All you're doing is talking in riddles. It's like, talking with Gollum. All you do is you don't say.
This is a centralized exchange token. Like This is traded on all the non-American centralized exchanges. It used to be that your token had to be in circulation for a while before it could get centralized exchange liquidity.
No,
So
the whole
this founder made some deals before launch, it looks like.
the whole idea behind this is a platform where you can deploy centralized or stable tokens to get out there and put to work. So it's a place for builders to build. Have we never fucking heard this in crypto before? The very second the very second he said it, I was like, no, we're out. We're done. You're screwed. And look, I was right again. I was right again. Who's building what? Nobody wants to build anything on anybody. They all want to be the place to build. That's why L1s are fucking everywhere, man. You can't throw a fucking stone without bouncing it off from 15 L1s on your way to zero out here. And it's not
but
just
I see here they've got 750,000 daily active users.
Sure they do. There's in no world do they have 750,000 daily active users. I would argue that aside from the top 25, there aren't 750,000 real daily active users out here. Because what are you doing? What are you doing? You're trading your shit tokens for other people's shit tokens that are all trending down, and not just one. This is common. It's across the whole goddamn thing. I don't want to be that guy to say that you're all screwed, but you're all screwed. You're all screwed. There are very few things out here. I keep getting emails constantly. What are you interested in, Scott? My answer is nothing. I'm not interested in anything. There is nothing out here that is novel, that is unique, or that is going to get you that green candle that you seem to be asking for, because that's what you're asking me. What is going to go up and what's going to 100x? Nothing is going to 100x. Jump into memes and hope for the best, because if that's what you are doing crypto the way it was 2 years ago. The market has collapsed and it's moved on. It's maturing. It's evolved. And if you continue to live 2 years behind where the market is, you are not only screwed, but you're DP'd, man. That's it. I got to coin that one. You're DP'd. You're a DP'd crypto investor.
Is DP'd what I think it is?
You know, it's exactly what you think it is.
All right, I like that.
So you're not only getting destroyed by current founders, but by the idea that it worked once and therefore it'll work again.
I was going to say, if CZ was if CZ was a Mortal Kombat character, that would be his finishing move.
The DP. Anyway, Belle, quick questions, comments, or concerns, or we got to play another song.
All right, Braden. Joe is my guy. Joe Mama.
Joe Mama guy. What do you think about that, Joe?
I thought he was like high-fiving me over the internet, but now I think he's making fun of me.
He is making fun of you. Dude, you're 5'2", man. Everybody's going to make fun of you. It's not your fault, dude, all right? It's genetic. All right, you're 5'2".
Braden,
it's genetic.
You know what?
It is.
You know what?
I know
He could be high-fiving you out of solidarity because he is not that much taller than you are,
yeah,
Joe.
Braden's my little man. So, yes, I understand that. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right, Timmy, we need Eric back on the show.
You know what, Eric I don't know if we've got him a Sigea Cloud ID yet. You know how to get a hold of Eric. You want him on, hit him up. We'll get him on. We'll have the conversation. We'll bring Joe. We'll bring everybody on. We'll make it the Power Hour. That'll be fun. Oh my God, man. What a disaster.
I think he meant instead of me.
No, everybody likes you, Joe. You're well liked in the community. I mean,
all 11 people. Okay.
Yeah. There's 11 of us now. You're well.
That's more than the people that like me at work, so that's actually pretty good.
Nobody likes you at work, dude. You're a teacher. You're a public school teacher, man. You.
I had a student give me a gift today, though. First gift in years.
An apple. Did you
Wow.
eat it? God help you.
No, it was a good gift. It was a 4-pack of Collins glasses.
I don't know what those are. Belle, what are those? What are
They're
Collins glasses?
They're a little smaller than a pint glass.
Okay. What do you do with them?
And they're like heavy duty glass. I only drink out of glasses. I don't drink out of plastic cups.
Oh my God.
So.
What you know what? When you say that, Joe, make sure you have your little pinky in the air. All right. Make sure you have your little pinky in the air. You
I can say that because
prick.
I could say that because I'm actually up in the current market, and 99% of you is a down, and you drink it out of leftover Taco Bell cups, and I'm not.
Nope. Look, Sigea Cloud bourbon glasses. These are available. from SigeaCloud.com. We don't have that, but we should maybe. We should spit that.
That's pretty cool.
You can buy our bullshit swag. All right, one more, Bell. Carry on. We got to play the third song so everybody gets their vote.
All right, so Braden, no. Joe Mama is a sign of respect from my culture.
From my culture. Is that where we're at? That we have to identify by that? Talk for a second, Joe. I got to queue up.
Apparently, that is where we're at. Okay. See, again, Braden, it would have been a lot better if you had just said, "Yeah, it's a sign of solidarity."
Inferno.
I mean,
Oh, he's getting the song ready.
he is getting the song ready.
I hope this is better than the other three. Otherwise, I think we need to go back to the drawing board. But I don't get to vote, so I don't really care.
No, because you.
No, you do get to vote.
No, he doesn't get to vote. I'm making that call right now. He has no taste in music. These are upbeat.
Braden, how could I insult such a good-looking man?
Wow, he's India, dude. He's got daddy issues. Huh? What are you gonna do with that, man? What are you gonna do with the little 19-year-old dude? Oh, I'm sorry, he's 21 now. He's a big boy. Yeah,
he's
I know.
21 now.
I know. He's a big boy. His balls.
21's a big year.
It is.
It's a big year.
What are you gonna do with that, Joe? Huh? What do you think? You guys feeling some heat here?
Nah, I don't even remember being 21. Isn't that crazy?
Oh God, dude. I was at war when I was 21, dude. I was still.
I was saying 9/11 happened. That's all I remember from that year. I remember the day 9/11 happened. I don't remember anything else from that year.
Dude, I was in desert.
That's more than half my life ago.
I was in Desert Storm, dude. I was wearing those shitty fatigues and trudging around Iraq during that shit.
Can I talk about a conspiracy theory related to Desert Storm?
I'll tell you
maybe
what.
you could confirm or deny.
Real quick.
At the end.
As long as it's very, very short, because we got to play the next
It's
song.
short. Yeah.
Okay, go.
So, well, I used to work with my dad. He was a construction guy. And he would have some characters working for him all the time. And one guy was a Marine. He was in Desert Storm. And he said that they took volunteers to test, because at the time they were afraid of bioweapons.
Yep.
They were testing some chemicals on the soldiers that would volunteer. And he said that some guys were having like these horrendous skin reactions and eye reactions to the chemicals, and they were getting discharged. Did you hear of anything like that happening in Desert Storm?
I still have a blister. It's not a blister. It's actually, it's just a scar now for me taking that pill and testing versus a blister agent. It was voluntary.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. No, they gave us money and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
he said that there was some guy that had all this stuff growing under his skin.
No, I don't have. It's just a scar now. It wasn't a really big scar, but it was a scar. But yeah, you take the pill and then they dose you with blister agent to see if it's effective or not. Dude, I was 19 years old. The fuck do I know? I'm not thinking about when I'm 54. I'm not thinking about any of that stuff. I took the pill. I waited the next day. They hit me with the blister agent, and yeah, that pill didn't work. It didn't work, but the scar lives on, man. Welcome to it. So I'm not going to say that was everybody's experience, but it was personally my experience. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Anyway, guys, if you could, we will be right back. This is the third song for the brand new theme song of Crypto Inferno, which Joe doesn't like any of them. And but he's got no taste whatsoever. So the third one, Joe, you're not going to like this any better than the other ones. Trust me, these are good. Bell likes them, I like them, and that's really what matters. You're kind of like a I don't even know what you're Jim. All right, I'm Marlon Perkins, and you're Jim. All right, we don't give a shit about Jim. Jim doesn't even get a microphone, so you should feel fortunate that we allow you to talk. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. You're that young that you never saw that show.
I'm typing into the chat just so the chat is prepared for me to vote no on this. I'm in the wheelhouse of, like, I put in the chat, John Fogerty, Bob Seger, Alan Jackson, Hank Williams Jr. These songs don't really get my mojo pumping.
Yeah, and that's why you're wrong about all of this. All right, that's why you're wrong. But I'll take care of it. Anyway, guys, we'll be this is the third version, and I forget what the name of this one is. We'll just call this one straight Crypto Inferno. Hope you enjoy right here on
You called it Final Inferno.
Final Inferno. We're going to call this one Final Inferno right here on the podcast on the KPOD network, guys. We will be right back.
Inferno. Inferno. Crypto Inferno.
Scott Bella Joe.
Let's go. We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scout with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe, keep it thorough. From the dips to the moons, we laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno, everybody know our names. Inferno, Inferno. Light it up, never let it go. Inferno, Inferno. 3 hosts, 1 flame, watch the whole world know.
Yo, it's Bella in the booth, pink hair, diamond grin, turn a bear market frown into a bull market spin. I'm the vibe, the sparkle, the meme coin queen, got the chat going wild, 10K on the screen. Scott dropped the knowledge, Joe dropped the jokes, I drop the fist to make the timeline go broke. We keep it light, keep it tight, keep it real, no cap. Crypto Inferno, baby, we the best in the app.
Rewind, selector. We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe, keep it thorough. From the dips to the moons, we laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno, everybody know our names. Inferno, Inferno. Light it up, never let it go. Inferno, Inferno.
Scott in the building, charts on my mind, TA and Faye. I read every line, why they panic sell, I'm stacking my bags, explaining RSI like it's tea and crumpets, no brag. Bella bring the energy, Joe bring the laughs, I bring the calm when the market does the crash. We turn red candles into green candle dreams. Crypto Inferno, best crypto team you've ever seen. Turn it up,
Cut it up,
cut it up,
cut it up.
cut it up.
In Inferno, Inferno.
Yeah.
Light it up, never let it go. Inferno, Inferno. Now, it's your boy Joe, the meme lord supreme. Turn a rug pull story into a comedy scene. By the dip, nah, I buy the chip. Still made 10x while I'm cracking them quips. Sky say hold L, Bella say slay. I say hold my bear, watch the chart obey. We got the sauce, the spice, the flame, no bluff. Crypto Inferno, turn the whole game up. We're burning up the charts, call it Crypto Inferno. Scott with the facts, Bella with the glow, Joe, keep it thorough. From the dips to the moons, we laugh through the flames. Crypto Inferno, everybody scream our names. Inferno, Inferno. Light it up, never let it go. Inferno, Inferno.
Inferno.
Crypto Inferno, we out.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to Crypto Inferno, and thank you. All right, we're that's it. I got no more songs to play. Those are the 3 versions, all with the same lyrics, different presentations of it. I'm a big fan of the turntables and the scratching and all that stuff. We're taking it back. All right, it was very, very popular. Late 80s, early 90s. That was kind of my that was my time to shine. And yeah, I miss it. People aren't doing it anymore.
Remember Fat Boys?
I remember
Fat Boys.
I remember everything, bro. Come on, man. The
Dude,
80s,
let's get some of that. Let's get Run DMC, Fat Boys. Let's get that.
Is that what you need? Is that what'll make you fucking
Yeah,
happy?
I like that.
Okay. Then
Hell yeah.
We'll see about it next week, unless we can get the vote settled here.
Actually, I discovered Rakim backwards. Rakim put out a solo album when I was a senior in high school, and it was probably the most underrated hip-hop album of the 90s. And then I went backwards and discovered his old stuff, the Eric B. and Rakim stuff, and he's for me the best rapper for my money.
Well, I don't think this is really rap, what I presented here. This is hip-hop.
It should be, though, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so we should
hip-hop is shit.
You know what? You're shit, Joe. All right, you're shit. How about that? I'm going to defend an entire musical genre here and say that you're full of shit. You're 5'2".
I got a stack of records here. I could take
right.
the audience to school.
You know what? When you're 5'11", you can have an opinion, but until then, no. And I'm only 5'9", so that's strength there. All right.
Are you only? You seem tall.
I know, because I'm 5'9" with no shoes on. With my boots on, I'm about 5'11". They're not elevator shoes or anything like that. They're just traditional boots, because I expect the world to end at any moment. And when it does, I want to make sure I got good shoes on. That's why I wear what I wear. That's literally it. Yeah. Because you don't know. Look, we got weapons here. We got rifles. I'm good to go. But footwear is incredibly important. Good socks, dry feet, Good footwear. Ask any soldier. Bell, what you got?
All right. So there was just one more question asked, and it was from Timmy. What AI do you guys use for the songs?
Suno AI. That is the only thing that there's tons of them. AI is bubblicious right now, and it's going to continue to be bubblicious. Me and Bell spend a lot of time, and we're going to be out of town next week, by the way. We spend a lot of time out rubbing elbows with the people who are utilizing this stuff. And AI, in my opinion, is the ultimate bubble right now. And what they're doing is they're taking AI and engines and they're discovering applications for it. And they're kind of hoping that people pile in. And some people will, some won't. Some of these are going to survive, some won't. The engines will always live. They'll never, ever disappear. But the application of it is what I'm calling a bubble right now, because 60 to 70% of everybody that we meet out here on these at these events are AI, either utilizing AI or supporting AI in some way, shape, or form. And the market is saturated. It is beyond saturated. So there'll be some real powerhouses that come out of the AI bubble, and most people are just going to be collateral damage. That's my opinion. I'm not sure where Belle is on that. In fact, let's ask her. Belle, where are you at on that?
So it was very disappointing to me that literally day one of the business show in Las Vegas, more than half of the vendors were either, oh, well, use AI to create videos for your social media, use AI to create commercials, use AI to write books on your behalf.
And yeah, that's very accurate.
There was only and it's technically two companies, but it's a family that started them for different applications. There was only a pair of companies owned by the same people that were applying AI in a way I felt was useful, to be honest.
Yeah, most of them are they're neat, they're flash in the pan, they'll bloom and gloom, and then they're gonna disappear and you'll never hear from them again. I use Suno AI to create my songs, but even using Suno AI, the lyrics are very bad, so I have to write my own lyrics. I am a writer, but I have to write my own lyrics and put them in there, and then it comes out. You guys get to hear what comes out of those things. So some of them are okay, some of them are not. But AI itself is a bubble. Now, the interesting thing about this, the most interesting thing, in my opinion, I'm going to get Joe's view on this, is there's always powerhouses that come out of a bubble, out of the .com bust. And I was there for that, man. I lost $1 million in 3 days. I was 20-ish years old. So $1 million was all the money in the world to me at that time. But some very big powerhouses came out of that .com bust. Some names that you might have heard: Microsoft, Oracle, Amazon, et cetera, actually came out of the .com bust. Aside from that, pets.com, I don't see a lot of people that are lining up to jump into pets.com and so forth. Crypto was the same thing. You guys have to recognize by now that this was an obvious and stupid, over-bloated bubble where people had an awful lot of money and no real sense. So there's going to be some powerhouses that come out of the crypto bubble. Hopefully, Bell and I are supporting one of the ones that we believe is going to come out of this. But that's just the way it goes. Every single time there's a new technology. Cell phones, bubble. Automobiles, bubble. Tech, bubble. Over and over and over. Social media, bubble. Every time we do that, there's some powerhouses that come out, and 99% of everything else that simply bleeds off. And it'll happen here in crypto too. There will be some actual blockchain products that carry on for decades and decades, and they become that which everything else is measured against. So AI will do the same thing. I haven't figured it out yet because we're still in the bubble. But one of the nifty things from an investment standpoint, and this has been universally true, is that when everybody is mining for gold, be the person who sells the shovels. Period. That's it. We were actually talking on Joe's Coffee House Telegram earlier, and we did a video, Bell, I did it about 2.5 years ago, and the video was on Vertiv and Eaton. Those were the two big sellers of shovels out here because they're the manufacturers that build data centers. And at the time that we did Vertiv, Bell, pull up Vertiv stock price if you could, because at the time that we did this, Vertiv was sitting at $38. The very moment that we released that video, Vertiv was sitting at $38, and I think Eaton was in the ballpark of that. I'm just kind of curious where it is right now. I'm using this to illustrate a point. Not that I was right, but because I was so right. That's the point that I'm trying to illustrate. When everybody is scrambling to put up data centers because we need to support AI, because AI is a bubble, because everybody's looking at it and everybody needs to get servers up. You look for the people who can build the buildings. Look for the people who can provide the infrastructure. Infrastructure is everything. In every single bubble that's ever existed, it's always been about infrastructure. These are the people who will stand up those buildings for you. These are the people who will make the flickering lights flicker. What is Vertiv sitting at right this very moment, Bell? VRT.
$173.37.
When we made that original video, it was $38. It's time and date stamp. Take a look for yourself, and it's currently at $170 plus. Edith is going to be the same. Cutler Hammer is going to be the same. Square D, even though Square D was acquired by Vertiv, they were so smart about this that they literally bought their own supply line, because it all comes down to supply line logistics for this stuff, because we can't just print data centers. We have to physically build them, and everybody wants them. This is so stupidly fucking obvious to me. And if you're asking me, because you guys have been asking me for a very long time, where is your money at? It ain't in crypto, babe. Aside from Jackal, which I've never waffled on, my actual money is sitting in Vertiv, it's sitting in Eaton, it's sitting in Cutler Hammer, it's sitting in Square D, it's sitting in all of these other people who are selling shovels. I'm 1,000,000,000% right about this. And again, if you don't believe me, go look at our channel. We're time and date stamped on all of this shit. That's where you want to have your money right now, not in people who are trying to come up with new ways to yield farm. That is the most obvious sign of a bubble that's exploding, is these incredibly complex financial solutions that are going to roll back the clock 2 years. It is the most obvious sign, and it's been this way over and over and over. I don't care about that anymore. I care about who is selling the infrastructure, who is building it, who is making it go. These are the companies that are making it go. And clearly, over the last 2 years, I've not only been right, I have been 500% right. That's a big number in the real world. Joe, where are you at on that?
Yeah, I went the other way. I went with energy for the last year and a half or so. So
Can't go wrong.
I did really well with
Yeah.
I did really well with nuclear. I got into Oklo between $7 and $8. I kept buying it up to maybe 50. It recently peaked at 170, and I've been unloading it since 110. So it's that turned out to be a good trade for me. I still have a bunch of it. I don't see how energy gets cheaper. I just don't see
it. Does not, man. It's whatever Elon Musk dreams up that makes energy cheaper, but until he dreams it up and puts it up in orbit, it's going to be where it is. You have the physical infrastructure, and then you have the fuel. The fuel, you always want to bet on fuel. You cannot go wrong betting on fuel, because something's got to make these fucking lights blink.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have said that you went the opposite direction. I would have said you went a complementary direction, actually, because
I fully agree, man. Two sides of the same coin. The reason that I went into physical infrastructure is because I worked in the field for 30 years. I'm familiar with it. I can see the trends because, fuck's sake, man, I grew up in this shit. So that is where my money is. Likewise, when we talk about crypto, because we are a crypto channel, my money is in infrastructure. My money is not in fly-by-nights. That was great. It was fine. I mean, millions of dollars. It was a lot of fun, but it's fucking over. It's over. Now you have to look at things that will generate organic growth. That means not printing tokens, but people actually paying for them because they get value return on them. And we're not doing that. We're still not interested in that out here. Love your viewpoint on that, Joe.
I also did well during COVID when the oil futures went negative, and I moved like a quarter of my retirement into oil stocks. And like, the oil can't be negative, by the way. It's impossible for oil to be negative. So I jumped into Diamondback Energy. It was like $30. It went up to 200. I did sell most of it before 150, but I was okay with that. And then the other one was Energy Transfer, which is less dependent on the price of oil. They get paid by volume that moves through their infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
I think I bought it around $5 or $6. The dividend was insane, like 9%, and I just waited it out. And I recently just collapsed that position down back into Diamondback Energy. So
you know what I'm still
I would say this, most index funds, in my opinion, are very light on energy. So I always hold extra energy stocks in my retirement account. And that's what I trade in.
And I'm still hot on solar. Not for the reason that you think
I don't know how to invest in that. It looks like it's all subsidized garbage to me.
A lot of it is. I haven't
done the work.
I'm looking 10 years in the future and not 1 year in the future on solar.
Right.
Solar is it. I don't know if you've ever looked up at the sun. You understand that we do have one, and we circle it and it comes over. It's the largest unmanned fusion reactor in the universe.
It's good. We like it.
Right,
yeah, we like
We're
the sun.
a big fan of it. With the way that we're gobbling up energy now. And I think the entire energy capacity of this entire country is approximately 1 terabyte or 1 terawatt. Don't quote me on that. Don't pin my ears back. I'm making a wild guess here. But the sun puts up an awful lot, a lot more than that. 24/7, 365. We never quit, and it's good for millions and millions of years. It just seems like with the desire that we have for power, and that's every single data center that's going up. Look at the markets. Look at the trends. Look at what we are doing and what we need. The biggest thing that we're going to need in this entire planet is data centers and power. That's it.
That's it.
Everything else out here is secondary to that. I'm interested in solar because nothing is better at harvesting. There is nothing else to harvest this limitless fusion reactor we have going up there but solar. It might take 10 years. It might take 15 years. It may take 20 years. But this is the shit that's going to retire an entire generation of people who looked to the future. I don't see
and that aligns
any other
perfectly
way.
that aligns with my retirement plans too. So I'll look into it. It's man, when it comes to energy, there's so much propaganda out there, and I had a huge bias. I had a huge bias against nuclear energy.
Oh.
And I remember in college, doing my master's degree, I had to do like research, and I chose alternate energy as the area to research. And there's so much positive propaganda about things like wind, and zero positive propaganda about nuclear, geothermal, and even hydro, right? So once I found out that wind turbines, the way you see them, they look stupid, they sound stupid, and they are stupid. Those things are absolute junk that your tax dollars paid for. And what I found out from someone who lives near one is that in the middle of the night, there are trucks that come that dump diesel fuel into the windmills so they can keep running even when it's not windy. So even those are getting fossil fuel, plus the steel and all that. But yeah, nuclear, but my problem with nuclear is this. The power plants are just easy targets for, terrorism, military strikes, cyber attacks, things like that. So that's like my worst case scenario. Solar looks good. You need space, and solar panels, the way they're positioned, even by guys like Elon Musk, they are so destructive to the environment. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Ridiculous.
Once they mitigate that, and I don't think it will take as long as you think. Actually. I
But
think
you're not going to mitigate that. That's never going to be mitigated. Solar panels.
The demand is going to drive the innovation. Though,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I think they can
and it's going to skyrocket. But solar panels still require heavy metals, and heavy metals are incredibly destructive to the environment. It is
that
what
and
it
the
is.
space.
And
I'm talking more the space. The
yeah,
mining
but
is a whole nother catastrophe.
I already listened to Elon Musk talking about putting them up in space. And that's good because there's plenty of room.
That's
up
where they
there.
need to go.
There's lots and lots of room. Who the fuck cares how big the solar panels are up there? But
another conspiracy theory I got.
It's not really the point. Look, nuclear is a steam engine. This is one of the funny things about it. We keep going. It's a steam engine. All right. It generates steam, puts pressure in a pipe, turns a rotor around a stator, and then that's it. All right. It's a rotor
it's clean
and a stator.
and the footprint is very small. The problem is obviously the waste. But I still think that fossil fuels will always be a large component. And even if we transition to what people are going to call green energy, if you ignore the mining and the colonialism involved in the securing of the resources, it's very green. But the population is just growing. We're using more fossil fuels than ever, even though it's a lower percentage of the total electricity, demand. So people have to get over that, and they're mostly unhinged lunatics that like block roads and they hold signs instead of going to work all day. I'm an environment guy, believe me. When I go fishing, I put the fish back. I pick up my wrappers off the floor. You are never going to tell me it's a good idea to just all of a sudden stop mining your own country's natural resources. That is not a good idea.
No, and that's not going to happen either. You know what? We pay lip service to the green people. And look, man, I don't want to destroy the planet.
They're the worst
either.
people. They throw tomato soup at the Mona Lisa and they think they're saving the world. They could all
or what's that broad's name? Greta Thunberg or whoever the fuck that crazy bitch is. What's her name? We could do a whole show. I'm not getting into this, Joe. I'm not getting into this, but go ahead. Have your say.
I should be more famous than her.
All right. All right. You know what? Joe, you're more attractive than she is. Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I know Joe has approximately 4 minutes before he has an exploding toddler that is gonna interrupt and pull him away. So we should probably let him say goodbye and bounce.
But can I shout out my Atone themed beer that I bought tonight?
Of course you
can. This is called Photon. Okay. And if you're not aware, Photon is the gas token for Atom One. And I bought it because it said Photon. I never had this before. I bought one can. I think it was like $6 for this. It's like more expensive to buy this thing than at a bar.
God,
but I also like the Dark Side of the Moon tribute here. Pink Floyd is my favorite band.
Yeah,
that's another reason why I don't like this hip hop crap that you play. I'd rather listen to just like throw the Animals album on and we'll just sit and rock our heads for 45
We're not
minutes.
going to do that, dude. All right. The music was good. You're just fucking old.
I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Yeah, and I know that's why you're wrong about so much. All right, Joe, go ahead and say your goodbyes. We'll wrap up the questions, and Bella and I will go ahead and do our thing. So go ahead and say goodbye. Go fuck yourself. Go.
To the real ones in the chat and the real ones behind the mics, it's been great. See you next Wednesday. Nuclear, solar for the win, and a little bit of coal, beautiful clean coal mixed in.
There we go. All right, man, later. All right, Bell. Questions, comments, concerns, observations. Go ahead and wrap this up. By the way, this 1792 is excellent. This is the kind of stuff that will make Bell fall off the stage. I got video. Go ahead, Bell.
All right, so really just one more comment from G Torres. Energy is a bubble if the human population is in a bubble. Grim, but that's one way to look at it.
No, and you're absolutely right. Birth rates are down pretty well across the country, and there's nothing we can do about that. There's no science that's going to fix that. All right, you need girls to make babies. And we've kind of skipped that. We've just completely. In fact, I just read an article today in Italy. The entire birth rate for the entire year in the country of Italy was 380,000, which is down about 2.5 times from where it actually needs to be to even support the deaths. So they seem to be indicative of what's happening all the way across Europe and effectively every country, and it's certainly affecting America as well. So the energy demand is, yes, going to be absolutely dependent on the birth rate, and the birth rates are dropping. We're not having babies anymore. For some reason, we decided that it's better to live for yourself than to live for the future. So it is what it is. And yes, that is absolutely correct. I wish I had a better answer for that. And as a matter of fact, I do. I know how we can increase the birth rate across the entire country, and it's called thigh highs and knee socks. That's what will increase the birth rate across this entire country is thigh highs and knee socks. Because I don't know many heterosexual males that can see something like that and not say, yeah, I sure do like that. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's really where it has to come down to is thigh highs and knee socks. You can go ahead and quote me. I'm right. You'll see. Some part in your life you've probably experienced something like this, but you're gonna see. All right, guys. Anyway, had a wonderful time tonight. Bella and I will be back tomorrow. I don't know. We're getting a nice push tomorrow out on the desktop on the Sigea desktop. Some new features that are going to be going in. I think they said we're going to push them up tomorrow, Belle. Is that right? Tomorrow or Friday? One of those days?
Tomorrow or Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so pay attention to the Sigea desktop if you haven't. Play around with it. See if you like the changes. They're going to be coming very fast, very furious now. The app, as you have it on your device, is effectively what's going to be going up to the store, and we're excited about it. It works a treat. It's a pleasure to use. Hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And, yeah, we're taking advantage of those who are selling the shovels. That's what we're doing right here. Jackal and Akash are selling the shovels. We're utilizing it. And, yeah, that's it. So, anyway, guys, I noticed that nobody voted on any of the songs. So
Actually, they did.
Okay, who
they
won?
Did.
Which one won?
Ironically, 4 people voted for Final Inferno versus you and I voting for Hip Hop Inferno.
Well, there you go then. All right, Final Inferno. That'll be the song going forward. Thank you for paying attention and putting in your vote. Anyway, turning it over to the Lady Belle. Had a wonderful time, guys. Belle, if you could, talk us up, take us out. See you guys tomorrow.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, with that being said, Scott and I are going to be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and then, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself, Scott@thepodcast.com or Bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you next time.